So today I wanted to show you guys what a bad power steering pump sounds like. So when you hear that whining sound, that means you have a bad power steering pump. Alright guys, so if you're low on power steering fluid, located right here, there's the power steering fluid I just purchased. Make sure you get specifically for Honda vehicles. So I picked this one up here at Advanced Auto Parts. But here is the location where you pour the power steering fluid. I checked the other day and it is actually low. It's actually beyond that. It is low. And normally if you're low on power steering fluid, you'll hear like a I don't know, you hear like a sounds when you turn. So when you hear those sounds that when you're turning, just double check your power steering fluid and make sure it's not low on fluid. Otherwise you're gonna have some other issues, so make sure you fill it up. So I'm gonna fill it up right now, and hopefully we won't be experiencing any more of those sounds as we turn, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I just wanted to mention this before the video, but when you're low on power steering fluid and you have to fill it up, it does indicate a possible early symptom of having a bad power steering pump. So I just wanted to mention that. And usually when you're having those whining sounds, it's usually during a cold start. You'll experience that when you're steering the vehicle left and right. Also as you accelerate when driving, those are symptoms of a bad power steering pump. So I just wanted to mention that. And that's how you fill up your power steering fluid. Alright guys, gonna go for a test drive and see how the car is running. So far I don't hear any of those squealing sounds as I turn, so should be okay. But yeah, if you guys ever hear any of those sounds, most likely you're low on power steering fluid. So I drove the car for a little bit and now I'm parked, and so far there's no whining sound. So filling up the power steering fluid definitely did help fix that issue. But however, I wanted to show you in a past video that I did on a Tundra, where that whining sound is actually symptoms of a bad power steering pump. So hopefully I won't be having any more issues with the Civic, but those are symptoms of a bad power steering pump. So I might have to change it in the future. So I'll just cut to this sample video showing you what a bad power steering pump sounds like. And this is on a Toyota Tundra. So it's the same symptoms that I'm experiencing when driving the Civic. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to show you guys what a bad power steering pump sounds like. Here's this 2000 Toyota Tundra truck that I'm sitting in right now. It sat for like a few days and it's been giving a bad whining sound, which shows signs of a bad power steering pump. Before, it has had those sounds prior, and what I did temporarily was just fill it back with power steering fluid, but eventually that whining sound came back. So I want to show you guys what it sounds like right now. So let's do this. Window. So you hear that whining sound. Let me steer the steering wheel left and right. Yeah, so as you can hear, the power steering pump is bad. and you can tell by hearing a whining sound. So when you hear that whining sound, that means you have a bad power steering pump and you need to replace it. So there you go, guys. That's the symptoms of a bad power steering pump on this 2007 Honda Civic sedan. Stay tuned for part 2 when I do change the power steering pump. I don't know when I will, but for now the car is running fine. But when I do, I'll definitely film it and share it with you guys. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you where the actual power steering pump is. So if you head on over to where the power steering fluid reservoir is at, which is right here. If you look up right here, right under here, the power steering pump is right under there. You're actually going to have to remove your front passenger wheel to get to it. You have to go to the bottom, and then you're gonna have to loosen the tension on the belt right here to get access to it. Kind of hard to show you because obviously I don't have the wheel off, but just wanted to show you, at least you guys can know where the power steering pump is, and hopefully in a part 2 video I'll change it. I don't know when, but when I do, I will definitely make a video and show you guys. Normally when you're experiencing a bad power steering pump and you're hearing those whining sounds, you'll usually hear it when you're doing a cold start in the morning. You'll hear it very loud. Even when you accelerate the vehicle, you'll hear a whining sound, as well as steering the vehicle left and right. You'll hear that. And once the vehicle warms up as you're driving, you'll no longer hear it, but in the long run you're still going to have to replace it. So make sure you guys do that, and stay tuned for part 2. All right, so it's the next day, and I wanted to include this in the video just to follow up with you guys regarding the bad power steering pump. So yesterday I showed you guys me filling up the reservoir with more power steering fluid. So it was running pretty well, but now it's the next day, it's in the morning, and I wanted to do a cold start to see if that whining sound is still there when I do a cold start. So I'm gonna start the vehicle right now, and hopefully we won't have that issue. But eventually, like I said, we're gonna have to replace the power steering pump. But I just want to include this in the video so at least you guys see the issue at hand. So I'm gonna start right now, and let's hope that that whining sound isn't there. So I have the windows down, and I'm going to steer the steering wheel left and right. I kind of hear it a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, you hear it very slightly on a cold start. Yeah, it's not that bad, guys. Yeah, as you see, when I'm stepping on the gas, you'll hear that whining sound slightly as I'm stepping on gas. See, it's still noticeable. You can hear it. I know you probably can't hear it right here when I'm filming it, but if you're here in person, you could kind of tell. But yeah, so the whining sound is still there, and like I said, I'm gonna eventually have to change it. I don't know when, but when I do, I will do a video to follow up with you guys. But I just wanted to show you the symptoms so that you guys at least know what's going on with your car if you're experiencing the same whining sounds as you're steering the vehicle on a cold start. Just make sure, for the time being, just to make sure your reservoir is filled with power steering fluid, and just consult with an experienced mechanic to assist you with that issue. But for me, I will replace the power steering pump. Just stay tuned, guys. But yeah, I just want to include this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Firm400, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.